The only survivors. Returning to the past. A trap of death. Introduction. 5 survivors and a burden of guilt. Imagine being one of the survivors of a terrible disaster. For years, the nightmares of that night haunt you, and you ask yourself, why did I survive? This is our story. 5 young people survived a tragic accident on an isolated island 10 years ago. The accident changed them, and time scattered them. Now, after a full decade, they receive an invitation to reunite on the same island, commemorating the anniversary of the accident. Everyone knows that returning to the scene of the crime is a mistake, but the accumulated guilt pushes them to accept. It is a journey to bury the past, but it quickly turns into a confrontation with a new danger they never anticipated. Chapter 1. The island does not forget. As soon as the 5 arrive on the island, painful memories resurface intensely. The atmosphere is eerie, the weather deteriorates, and there is no contact with the outside world. They are completely isolated. But things don't stop at memories. Strange events begin to escalate. Threatening messages, mysterious accidents, and the discovery that someone is manipulating their memories. They realize that someone gathered them here intentionally, and the return was not just a coincidence. It was a trap. The past refuses to stay buried. Chapter 2. Is the killer one of us? When one of them is suddenly murdered, what little trust remains between them shatters. The gathering turns into a brutal survival game. Now the threat is no longer external. One of the 5 survivors has become the killer. Each one of them is hiding a secret from that night 10 years ago. Each one of them has a motive to kill the other, or to seek revenge. Old lies begin to surface, and our heroine discovers that the guilt is not equally shared among them, and the night of the accident was much worse than she remembered. She begins to wonder, did the killer survive us by mistake or by design? Chapter 3. The sequence of events collapses. The intensity of suspicion grows. The survivors discover that the killer is following a chronological sequence, and the crimes are directly linked to what happened to them on the night of the original accident. The killer knows the minutest details of their lives. Our heroine transforms from a victim to an investigator, trying to reconstruct the events of the tragic night a decade ago. She is searching for the truth hidden between their fragmented memories and accumulated lies. She must understand what truly happened in the past to survive in the present. She must trust her intuition more than her memory. Conclusion. The most upsetting truth. The moment everyone thinks the killer has been exposed, the final shock arrives. The most upsetting truth is that the killer was playing a double psychological game, and the goal was not just murder, but rewriting the past and pinning the guilt on the survivors. This story reminds us that suspicion spoils everything, and that guilt can be a murder weapon in itself. And most important, never return to a place where your life fell apart. If you were one of the survivors, would you have returned to the island? Share your opinion in the comments.